I'm here at one of the many protests happening across the United States. Saturday, here in Washington, D.C., outside the Israeli embassy, hundreds of protesters turning out for their support of Gaza. This, of course, is coming as peace talks have stalled, are ongoing in Egypt over the weekend, and of course, just a couple of days after 100 people in Gaza did die while trying to secure food aid for themselves. Reportedly, the Israeli army opening fire on them, many of them dying from gunshot wounds. Others, of course, were trampled. So these folks here today in Washington, D.C., they want their voices to be heard. They want it to be clear that they want a ceasefire in Gaza. They want the United States and Israel to stop the bombardment against Palestinians.
Initially, our request was for a ceasefire, but we're 140 days in. You have majority of Gaza is destroyed, demolished, schools, infrastructure, hospitals, all civilian infrastructure is completely demolished. You have 14,000 children who've been killed. Over 40,000, according to Euromed, people have been killed, civilian populations, 20+ thousand orphans. I mean, the numbers are so staggering and so disgusting and so inhumane that a ceasefire is no longer enough. We demand a change in the U.S. relationship with Israel. We demand accountability. We demand answers on why the United States is constantly allowing for war crimes, crimes against humanity, crimes against international law, violations of just basic human dignity to continue to happen, and the hypocrisy. You call out, what's happening in Russia and Ukraine, and you're not willing to hold the same standards to Israel and Palestine. It is atrocious, and the American taxpayer dollars are not only paying for this, but our military has normalized it. Our institutions, our media, peddling misinformation and lies, and we are here to hold our American government accountable, and we can't hold Israel accountable as individual citizens, but what we can do is expose what they're doing, is educate the average American and put pressure on our administration to cut the relationship, to stop unconditional aid, and to start holding Israel accountable for its war crimes. We have, for far too long, regardless of the administration, used our political, social, and economic power to sanction what is happening, but then also to support it. We are actively part of a genocide. We are not just enabling it, we are part of the genocide. And this needs to stop.
Would you just tell me why you're here at the protest today?
Because there's genocide going on in Gaza. Babies are being amputated without any anesthesia. No food. People are starving and dying. And the United States, using the taxpayers of the people who pay taxes in this demonstration, is paying for it. So all taxpayers are complicit in the genocide.
My father is from Ramallah, Palestine. He has instilled everything about Palestine, Palestinians, in me since I was a child. I love Palestine. I love Jewish people. I love Muslims. I love Jews. I love everyone. And he used to tell me when I was young that he used to live peacefully with all those people. And we can still live together peacefully. God is in my heart, and I hope God is in your heart, and help pray for these people who are dying every day and starving.